All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous today. An untested bike, alone, on gravel, without my good leg, or without my prosthetic. So if I also don't have a tire repair kit for tubeless. So I didn't bring shit. I'm doing this the absolute wrong way. So if you're watching this, don't do this my way. So that levee behind me, we'll jump up there and it's gravel all the way around, and then we're gonna cut through the middle of the reservoir. I know it sounds like a bad idea, but there's trails through there and I've always wanted to see what they look like. So that is the plan. Let's go. Well, let's see. This first section is paved, but after that, so there's an off-ramp right here. If there's a clear-cut trail, let's go check it out. Fuck it, let's go. Let's see what's in there. It looks like there might be a gate. Yeah, there's a gate up there. All right. And this is half the fun with exploring. You never know what the hell you're gonna get yourself into. But it sucks because this thing isn't easy to turn around. So let's see if I can get us out of here. I love how it reverses on its own. And getting up this rock hill over there, that's gonna be fun too. That'd be all right if it were paved. But let's see. First time out, on some fucking terrain with this thing if we die. All right, gear down. I just realized my limit screw is set a little too tight. Is that lint? Towels? Something? Whew. All right, and this is why I set this up like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. I took off my derailleur so that I could just immediately drop into a lower range of gearing without having to worry about pedaling. But yeah, that's gonna be a problem too. All right, let's see. Come on, baby. Yep. All right. Hike a bike with one leg. How do we do that? First, lock your damn brakes. And then we hop. See the shadow? Hippity hop. Hi. Woo. See the shadow? All right. Good old-fashioned adaptive hike-a-bike. I like how I say that like I've done it before. Yeah, if you couldn't get out of your bike, you'd probably be in a tough situation right there. Kind of makes me think it might be a good idea to ride this with my prosthetic. I've never used it before on my bikes, but since it's legs out front style, it just sit right here. I just got to put the other leg or footrest on there. Anyway, I know where there's one off ramp that goes into the woods, so I'll let you know when we get there. All right, guys, we made the turn on the levee heading south. Over here is Highway 6. If you're from the area, you probably know exactly where I'm at. And many of you are like, oh, hey, Wheels, that's flat as hell. That's smooth sailing, buddy. Well, to a guy on a hand cycle that's never rode anything other than a road, this is pretty rough. 15 to 20 on the road is bad. 20 starting to push it, but 10 on this damn thing, holy shit, it's a workout. Completely different set of muscles, everything. I'm really more jealous now of you fuckers with two legs. Anyway, we got about a mile and a quarter, and we're gonna turn off to the right and go into the brush. So I'll shut up for now. I'm bouncing so much I can't tell if that was a pig. I know you guys probably can't see it on the camera. I'm not even sure if the camera is angled the right way. Uh-oh. I will say though, these tires have done pretty good. They got a little clogged up on that climb where I had to push the bike, but they cleaned out really fast. And it was kind of damp, calichy, road-based shit like this. But for the most part, I'm not slipping around, I'm not fishtailing. It grabs pretty good. I'm just not used to the weight of this bike or this riding position. It's all right though, we'll get it figured out. So these are the release gates that they had to do a control release from during Harvey, because this reservoir was starting to come over this bank. And if they didn't do a controlled release into the bayou, all these homes and businesses over here would have gotten far worse than what they did. It's a lot of water, guys. And while we're at it, in the words of my good friend Ryan Doozer, no flatties, no crashies, no whammies. I got you, buddy. And also, happy birthday shout out to my daughter. She turns 9 today. And yours truly is turning 42. 42 years old. When I was 20, I was sure I'd be dead by now. And honestly, I probably would be if not for a few key things in my life. One being my wife, and 2 being these damn hand cycles. Took me a long time to find a therapy that works, and you're watching me do it. I just realized I didn't mention what tires these were when I was talking about them. It's the Specialized Rhombus Pro tubeless. I can't really make an educated review of them at this time, just because it's the first time I've had them on gravel. I've rode them around in the grass along the bayou by the house, but I don't think that really gives me enough of a basis to actually have a real opinion. But they came in one size, it was 42s. I'm running 700 by 42 or 29, whatever circle you're in. They're exactly the same thing. Anyone that tells you otherwise is a fucking idiot. Typically your 29-inch tires or rims, the width of the tires are measured in inches, whereas 700s are measured in millimeters. That's really the only fucking difference. Alright, so this actually continues straight. We're gonna take a right at the top of this little hill, and we're gonna go down that offshoot into the woods. I went over this levee one time on a very old bike whenever I first started hand cycling, and I found myself in some sketchy surfaces really fast. All right, handled that one pretty good. But I haven't been down here since that one time, like 6-7 years ago. I didn't even know there was a lake. And all the assholes with their loud ass trucks. Oh, this is nice. No, we're not touching the brakes. We're enjoying this. Nice. I wonder if I can go all the way around. I guess we'll find out. So wet grass, not a lot of slipping. That's nice. Looks like we might have a game trail right here. Either that or from fucking other bikes. Yep, I don't see us getting through there, but I guess we'll find out. Oh. Nope, we ain't going through there. Not today. This is actually a really nice lake, pond, tank, whatever you want to call it. I think the Scots call it a fucking lock. This is a cool little rest area though, at least in the morning while it's shaded. It'd be really hot over here during the heat of the day though. Morning. A little bit of trailblazing. Something else you have to be on the lookout for that you don't typically have to worry about on the road are snakes. My leg is about, the bottom side of my leg is about 6 inches from the ground. If I run over a snake and he flips back, he's gonna grab me. But at the same time, don't consume yourself with that stupid shit, or otherwise you won't ever fucking get out here. Fear is debilitating. The more you dwell on it and the more you worry, the more debilitating it becomes. Sometimes you just have to say fuck it, put on your big girl panties and get on with it. But since it's also getting cooler out, especially in the mornings, there's less time for them to get moving around. I will tell you this though, I saw the biggest pig of my life the other night. I was on my other bike on the paved trail. Let's see here. Do I see water? I believe I do. Well, let's go back here. Guys, like I said, I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. This is all shit that is new. So you get to explore with me. But I do see water. I do see that this is pretty well maintained. So I think I'm all right. This might be a game trail. Survey lines. I wonder what's going on out here. It's another cool little pond. Remember guys, sometimes when you're out exploring, remember sills. Stop, look, listen, and smell. Be aware of your surroundings, know what's going on. I guess that's a low area in the water, or where the water's lower, like a high point. I could cross here. I don't really see anywhere else to go from here though, so I'm gonna turn around. Gotta watch running over bush like that too. I don't have a flat kit with me, or a repair kit, whatever you want to call it. Honestly, I think grass might be harder to ride on than gravel. All right, back on trail, man. Speaking of back on trail, if y'all don't follow my boy, IB Tat, go check him out. Me and my wife call him the foul-mouthed hiker, but he keeps shit real. He doesn't sugarcoat things and doesn't really give a shit about anyone's feelings, which nowadays is pretty nice. Really surprised I haven't seen any deer yet. Usually on my early morning rides on the paved trails around the same area, I see some deer. Saw Mama and her fawn the other day. Tell you what though, my bike will have a pretty nice ghillie suit by the time we're done with this grass. Note to self: stick to gravel, hard surfaces. Grass sucks. So we made the left turn heading south, which runs parallel to the paved trail that I usually ride, which is to the west. So if anything should happen, at least then I have a better chance of screaming and being heard. Well, this is different, and I'm not used to moving at a snail's pace. This is pretty cool though. Oh, one of the first things I did whenever I traded for this bike, I traded a racing wheelchair. This bike came with 26-inch cruising tires and wheels. I'd been watching Ryan Doozer a lot and really wanted to get into bike packing. And I knew at 26-inch tires, I could definitely use a little extra ground clearance. So I wanted to go up. And between running up and down the hill by the house, how steep that is, just getting started, and the length of the wheelbase, and a couple little washboards and whoop-de-whoops here and there on this, it's really proven to be a great idea. Center of gravity is a little bit higher, so your chances of tipping are easier. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it was the right choice. And if I'm being honest, if I could go up another 2 inches, I would. This is pretty cool. I do need to look at some mud guards though, and figure out a way to put them on here. I would rather not have to drill, but if I have to, I will. I was thinking about getting one of those shapeable plastic ones, or at least finding what material that is and making a long one and shaping it to my fork and my needs. But we'll cross that road when we get there. Little grass in the teeth and never hurt anybody. Oh, we got some mud coming. Nope, it's dry. All right. Where the fuck am I? I thought this put me out on the paved trail. Well, let's see where we is, shall we? Oh no, I thought I was already parallel. I'm not. I am now. All right, about 2 miles to go, and then we'll be regaining the paved trail. Like I said, guys, we're in this shit together. Because I do know the firing range is over there. I believe it's called American Shooting Center. It's actually pretty cool. They got trap and skeet. They've got long gun and pistol ranges. It's probably the most inclusive range here in Houston as far as types of weapons. I mean, to have skeet and trap and all that, it's pretty cool. I've only been once. Never really had anyone too big into those kinds of sports. My dad taught me to shoot, but it was more of a functional thing. And here we are, guys, back on the paved trail. So if you watch my other videos, you probably recognize this. So from the curve down there, you can barely see the yellow sign, to where I parked is a 3.5 mile straight stretch. So I'm turning north, gonna head back to the truck. I said we were off-roading today. I'm not taking the paved trail. I'm taking the gravel one. Remember what I said about self-cleaning tires? Well, it's cleaning it all over my face. Road runs out and onto the pavement. There any alligators in here today? I don't see any. Don't look like it. Alright, so this is pretty much where I started. I ran into an old buddy of mine. Well, not that old. I met him actually riding these trails, the paved trails. And he saw my face. I guess it's covered in grass and everything. He's like, hey, I've got a fender you can have. Kind of bolts up behind your brake caliper. Just come by the house. It's just sitting on the ground. You can have it. I was like, all right. If nothing else, just to try it out. Told him I'd be by, but not until I bombed down the side of this friggin' levee. So this side is pretty steep, and I want to ride down it before I go home. Let's do it in the grass. I don't know, some of you probably think I'm crazy, but a little crazy keeps you from going insane. Not gonna lie, it's a little intimidating. Woo! That was pretty good. That was pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie, surprised I made that. My arms are whipped. I am not used to this. Nice. My day is done, guys. That is pretty much it. I know the sun's in your face, and I'm holding on to a helmet. Why does it look like there's someone at my truck? But here we are. The day is done. I am beat. Let's go home. Y'all join me next time. Take it easy.